You're listening to Mark of the Maker. Hey everybody, I'm Mark Steiner and you're listening to Mark of the Maker. This is episode 142 of the show, and we have a little bit of a smaller crew today. We'll introduce everybody and then get into our topic. We have Mr. Sean Kendrick.
Hey.
And we have Mr. Tom Crine.
Hey, guys.
We're going to talk about Tom's adventure to Blade West 2025. And we'll get to that as soon as we take care of business. Tom, you want to start us?
Yeah, that just sounds exciting, Mark.
It does, doesn't it?
I know. I'm excited.
Tommy's big adventure.
Yeah. And it's all possible. Our podcast is really all possible because of your guys' support. And at the show, I heard from so many of you guys, and it makes my day, at least. I think it makes the other guys' day also. But, we appreciate your support. We're glad you're able to listen. And if you can, throw us a couple bucks every month via Patreon. It does help. It makes it possible for the hosting and for getting mics where they need to go, and mics don't last forever. So we really appreciate you guys. We've got some fun stuff coming up. I think Sean might actually talk about some of the stuff we've got lined up for Patreon. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And keep listening.
Yeah, where can folks do that, Tom? How do they get there?
The easiest way, Mark, is to go to markofthemaker.com. And if you scroll down just a little bit, there's a place where you can donate or where you can just click to become a member of Patreon. It's on the right side, right at the top by our Mark of the Maker logo.
There you go. The little button right there.
Yep. Mark made it super easy.
Super easy. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you guys very, very much. I'm going to give a shout out to our good buddies at Giant Mouse Knives. And I'd like to call your attention to a little collab they've got going on with Holman Hadfield. And this is just wicked nice and really spot on with their brand and the class they bring to the whole thing. But this is a kind of knife display they're doing with Holman Hadfield, and it's got magnetic pillars. The pillars you can rotate them, and they're just really nice. And the display is wood and leather and looks classy as all get out. Definitely head over to their site and get eyes on this because it's a just super way to display your collection. And now, being the generous souls that they are, they've sent us some giveaway pieces to really give to you guys as a way of showing their appreciation to the show and appreciation of you guys listening. So we've got a GMF-1F that will be given away, and pardon me, an Acciona V2 in black linen will be given away. So if you're in the Patreon, you'll get more chances and better chances. And if not, well, you still get a chance at a great knife also. So head over to giantmouse.com and let them know Sean sent you and get yourself some of that good stuff.
There you go. Yeah, we always do 2 giveaways. Giant Mouse is incredibly generous with us. They send us 2 knives every quarter to give away, and we give one away exclusively to our patrons, which is really cool. And then we have another one for the Facebook group. So join us one place or the other, or both. We have lots of people in both. All right. And then we want to say thank you to our friends at Arizona Custom Knives. They've been sponsoring the show for a while now. You can find them at www.arizonacustomknives.com. All kinds of super cool stuff over there. We are frequently oohing and eyeing about something that we stumbled across. They have a massive inventory. As of today that we're recording this show, they have 16,629 knives on the site. I was chatting with Andrew from Arizona the other day through email, and he wanted to be sure that I let you know that if you go to the website and there's your dream knife, you really want to have it, and it maybe it's a little more than you want to spend, you want to make an offer, write down the SKU number, their inventory number, and send in an email with your offer. And if they can make it happen, they will. If not, they'll counter, and boom, you're off in the land of negotiation. But sometimes there's a little room on these knives. So give Andrew an email and see what's up. I hope you find something amazing over there. They got a real cool Fairbairn Sykes dagger. We're big fans of that style. A guy named Bill Reddix.
Nice.
What a good looking knife, man. Okay. See, I'm getting distracted already. Just quickly scrolling the site. It does not take long because we have short attention span theater over here on Mark of the Maker.
I'm going to give you some advice, Mark. When you're done,
Yeah.
delete it, because you will, just from my personal experience, sometimes I lose track if I leave it open because I'll be over there skimming and not listening to the podcast.
Yeah, no, that's very good advice. Listeners should scroll all they want, but when we're recording, we need to close that window. Yeah, I've grabbed a couple cool pieces from those guys recently, and it's all thanks to this friggin' podcast, because I spend an extra time over there looking at their website. It's dangerous, people.
But it's a good kind of danger.
The good kind of dangerous. The dangerous that we all love deeply. Okay, so like I said, this one's going to be Tom Crine's Big Adventure kind of show. Kind of like Pee-wee's.
No,
Big Top?
come on, man.
No?
It sounded great.
Oh, sorry. Tom's Big Adventure, Blade West 2025. And Tom's got a saga. I think he's got a saga because he was like on vacation, and then he had to get ready for the show and went to the show. It's like a epic road trip kind of deal. No, I mean, not road, but plane trip.
Yeah.
Tom, talk about getting ready for Blade West 2025.
Well, Alicia asked me if I wanted to do this, and basically this was the only Blade show that I wasn't doing. And I was like, it's out west. The gathering kind of went away. I'm not seeing the West Coast people, and I figured I'd try it out. Also, like, the next week was Ben and Eddie's wedding anniversary. I figured Ben might want to go, and then they could go on, a little anniversary trip.
Their own big adventure. I get it.
Right. And my wife likes it out west. I thought maybe she might want to come and do it. And basically everybody bailed on me.
Tommy got ditched. That's what happened.
So I was like, my wife had a birthday, and she really wanted to go to Florida. And I'm like, we can make this work. And she's like, not really believing, because basically I'd have to have my knives for a show done a week before, and I don't think I've ever had them done like the day before. And so she had very little faith.
I wonder why. Experience, possibly?
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you work up until the very last minute? So,
Right.
I knew that this was my last minute, and so I've been preparing for this for a while, and I was able to make stuff to ship every week, and I was also working toward these knives, and I feel pretty good about myself. It came together pretty solidly, and we left and had vacation, and I took the knives with me. So we spent a few days in Florida. It was pretty nice, and then my wife flew home, and I flew to Salt Lake City. So yeah.
I got to say, I love hearing Tom do the Stuart Smalley.
Doing what?
The Stuart Smalley self-affirmation. I'm good enough. What is it, Sean? I'm good enough.
Good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people
like me. That's
I
fantastic.
need to tell myself that more often.
I'm going to get you a shirt made that says that. We got the embroidery girl hooked up now. We're going to get you a shirt made that says that, with Tom's smiling face in the center.
Yeah. So on shows anymore, I oftentimes don't really bring many fixed blades, because that's not really what people are looking for. And, day to day I'm building, I don't really like building fancy knives, if that makes sense. Day to day, I like to just do the standard working knives. And that's what I like to do. 'Cause if I'm doing fancy knives all the time, it feels like I hated having books, right? Because every single build was like an open bid build. It was like, what crazy materials can I put together? What, can I do a mid bolster, or it was just stuff that was like, it was very hard for me to keep track of all the little details, right? And I just didn't. That's not the kind of knife that I want to build day in and day out. And so for shows, I try to build a little fancier knives and bring stuff that you wouldn't normally get from me. And so that's what I really strove to do on this show, and I feel like I did a pretty good job.
Heck yeah.
I only brought 7 pieces, but that's 6 lottos and then 1 open bid. And it's interesting because I've never really liked first come first serve, because if you sell them, it's awesome, right? But then you don't have anything on your table, for anyone to even see. So we did the cell phone lottery, and that worked really good. The Burnley beep beep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a fun show, and yeah, I feel like I brought some stuff that I could be proud of. So
absolutely, you should have been proud. There's some cool stuff in there, man. The knives came out awesome.
Thanks. I tried to put like a lot of copper, and then I'm doing the black and titanium like everybody else probably, but it's something new for me, so I tried to bring some stuff like that, and yeah, it was fun. And I got to say, not doing the table on Saturday, man, it's such a good thing, right? Because like I was able to walk the entire show on Saturday. I stopped at almost every table, had conversations, and if a table was busy, I'd come back or try to come back. So I'm sure there's a few that I missed, but just a fantastic time talking to people at the show. A lot of people that I don't normally get to see were at the show, so I'll be going back next year. I'm gonna try to communicate better and see if I can get Ben and 80 out there, and also my wife, so to do a little vacation.
Yeah.
Overall, let's talk about my thoughts on the show. This is the first time I've been to this show. Pretty easy to get to. Like, flew into Salt Lake, and it was like a 15-minute taxi, not super expensive. The hotel I stayed at, there's multiple hotels right all around the convention center. Mine, I think I stayed at the Radisson, yeah. And basically rode the elevator down and walked around the corner of the hotel, and there was the show entrance. Like, this is the closest I've ever stayed to like the show floor. Even when I've stayed at Blade Atlanta inside the hotel, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was easy, super, super convenient. Similar to Blade, Texas, a really nice area around there. A lot of restaurants, and stuff like that. Most you could easily walk to. One thing I noticed, those little green scooters were everywhere. If you had a bunch of friends there, man, you could terrorize the city down there. Pretty cheap to ride and pretty fun. I used it several times to get, from hotel to hotel or whatever.
They're handy, man.
It's relatively cheap, like a couple bucks, cheaper than a Uber. And, it's fun. Big sidewalks, and they're pretty quick. So
when we were in Seattle this summer, they had scooters, and they also had e-bikes.
Oh yeah, they had those there also.
And we went to the baseball game, and we actually ended up taking e-bikes to get back to the hotel. It worked out awesome. We could have walked it, but it was actually starting to rain. So we're like, all right, we're going to take e-bikes because they're faster. So we just had to find 2 of them. And then, you just haul ass back to the hotel. It was awesome.
Yeah. Good food. And like I said, had a great time. What else? So I guess we talked about going up to the show. My show was great. I really appreciate everybody coming out. All the people listening to Mark of the Maker. It was really awesome. I was able to grab some stuff. I grabbed some materials. I grabbed Charles Turnage.
Yep.
had Mammoth, and he had some of the best interior Mammoth I've seen in probably, I don't know, it's been a while. Ironically, he said he got it from A.G. Russell, so I probably unloaded that stuff at one point or another back in the day.
Oh, yeah, when you were at AG's, yeah.
Yeah, AG brought a U-Haul down from Alaska, I think, once, and it was full of like 8 foot tusks. And
holy moly.
Yeah, we had to unload that thing. It was the biggest U-Haul you could get, and it was probably a foot or two deep.
Sheesh.
It was a lot. But, yeah, he had cut it up, and interior Mammoth ivory is really nice if it's solid. You know, it's about as close to elephant ivory as you can get, and you don't have to feel bad about it. And it's probably not going to crack. So for some pieces like with Zerk Polsters or something where I want to I've thought about maybe doing having some scrimshaw done on them or something might be kind of cool. Or if you just leave it, the contrast is nice.
Yeah.
So I picked up some of that. And then I'm going to give a shout out to Greenberg. Ben Greenberg has a wood company, and I bought some wood from him, some stabilized wood. He uses K&G. Really good prices, really nice stuff. I think he's going to have a sale, so I think he's getting married and needs to raise some money. So he said, check out his website at Greenberg Woods and sign up. He's going to be doing some sales, some clearance stuff to get some funds. So the stuff I got looked really nice, and super nice guy, and I recommend him. So yeah.
Is that the super pretty stuff that you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff that I'm pretty sure I've been buying as Koa in the past. He is not actually, I don't know. I can't go back in time. This stuff is not Koa. It's, I think, golden acacia, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And it looks just like high-end Koa.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was Koa, and then I looked at it, and the good thing is, I mean, you're still going to pay for wood. Like the work, there's an upcharge if I do stabilized wood. But this stuff was about a third to a fourth of what I would normally pay for Koa, and it's very nice. So you will not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, Tom shared some pictures, and we all thought it was Koa for sure. We're like, damn, that's some nice Koa.
I was just like, wow. So yeah, check out Greenberg Woods. A shout out to him and Charles Turnage. Fine Turnage is his website. That's pretty much all the materials I got. I did there was a steel manufacturer there. Hold on. Zap. So that's Zap Tooling Alloys. I'm going to look into that. They've done Z Finite, and I think they do like Z Wear and some other stuff.
Z-Tough.
So what's that?
Z-Tough.
Yeah. So I got to look into some of the stuff they're doing. So that might be an alternative if we can't get some of the other steels. Hopefully. And it seems like they're happy catering to knife makers, so that's a good thing.
Sean knows I'm biting my tongue right now. Trying not to bring up Chip.
Bring up Chip.
Chip's enough. Enough is enough.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
So, yeah. Also found a carbon fiber manufacturer that looks promising. Flying is, the bad thing about flying is space and weight, right? So
I was going to say everything, but whatever.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I flew from Florida to Salt Lake City in like 8 hours. And if I was taking the covered wagon, that would take me like 3 months, I think, on the Oregon Trail.
But you got lucky. Every time I fly, it's an ordeal. But I'm digressing, and I'm sorry.
It can be. I've started flying with a firearm if I can, and that's the best way to check knives. So,
yeah, but that's not going to keep your flights from being delayed and your layover flights from being botched. And
right, yeah,
that's where my problem lies. But like I said, I'm getting us off topic, and I'm sorry.
It's absolutely a shit show. The worst part about
Delta. Fuck you.
The worst part about it, says Sean, is all of it.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't. If I had driven, I would have bought more stuff probably, but like they had some nice carbon fiber, but I talked to them and they'll make me coupons the actual size I need and some different stuff. So we're going to do that. But like, yeah, some of the like Current was there and they were making some crazy deals because they didn't want to ship it back either, right?
Yeah.
If you drove out, you could have cleaned up. So word of the wise. But yeah, as far as I picked up a few really nice pieces, like I lucked out, right? So the first one was a Luke Swenson slip joint. So
Yeah.
Mark, we looked at the one at the Pacific Northwest show, right?
Yeah.
That had already sold he brings like one linerless paper jigged, like a lower end, not multi blade or any of that.
Yeah.
It's like a $600 table special, and nobody had grabbed it at the show. And I was like, I gotta grab that. I really liked it at Portland, and basically the same thing, except this one has a ivory shield. So
Yeah.
jigged paper. It's like a front pocket single blade. So very, very fortunate to get that. I really like Luke Swenson. He's a really good dude, and his art is amazing. So
Yeah. That's a great looking knife.
yeah,
Dude,
it's
everything Luke makes is good. You've just got to find the shape that you like best than the rest.
Yeah. They call that a shadow pattern, Tommy, in the slip joint world, the traditional knife world.
okay. Yeah,
Like where it doesn't have a bolster or anything,
Yep.
and oftentimes no liner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super lightweight, carries easy. I've wanted one of his pieces for a while, and I was able to pick that up. So thank you, Luke.
He had a nice range of stuff, right? He had like mega fancy.
Yeah.
He had a two blade that was super tricked out, fancy handles, Damascus. I have one a lot like it in this like wild blue green mammoth ivory. And then, yeah, all the way to a straight shadow that's just like a fantastic stick it in your pocket user.
Yeah.
But the awesome part is they're all just freaking money, right?
Yeah, they're spot on. And it's
Yeah.
crazy. I think he took one home, which is wild, but you got to understand on the front row, it was like 4 or 5 of the top slip joint makers,
Yeah.
and then there was a couple other in the crowd too. So it was like I feel like that market may be a little more niche, right? So the competition for sales in that market at that show has got to be crazy.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was you or somebody else that said there was seemed to be a very high population of slip joint guys at that show.
It felt like slip joint guys and kitchen guys
Yeah.
were well represented.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the variety of makers at this show was awesome. I had a fantastic time walking around and talking to people, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I love Bastinelli's work, right?
Yeah.
Bastinelli knives. They had a piece there, and I'm going to send you guys a link. You guys have seen it, but yeah, I just sent you guys a link. This is the production one. It's the Rapier Ventilation Fairborn.
Yeah.
I got the one that he custom hand ground on a 3-inch wheel, so each one is custom ground, and it came with a 3D printed sheath instead of the Kydex with an Ulti-Clip, and I've been wearing this every day since I got it. just appendix.
Yeah.
It is the coolest thing I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah.
It's really pretty neat. Basically a triangular 5-inch blade somewhere in there.
What's that called? There's a name for that.
A spike? I don't know.
Yeah.
Triskelet? No, it's not.
Do you remember, Sean? We talked about this in one of the historic knife episodes, or
No, dude, I'm racking my brain and I can't put my finger on it.
yeah,
Well, this thing is really mean.
yeah, that's
Oh,
nasty.
yeah.
It's got some solid weight to it. It's got a little brass butt cap on it that you can skull crush with. It's nice and round, which is how a skull crusher should be, in my opinion.
It looks like it's
Agreed.
got a fancy little finial kind of thing where the blade goes into the handle.
It does, and if you look at it, it's like one of those Glock barrels that says "Smile for the camera." It
Oh,
says
is that right?
"Best ventilation system." So
That's fantastic. All right, so they're little teeny hollows.
yeah, on mine, on the custom ones, I think they're flat, or on the production ones, I think they're flat, maybe. But yeah, he these are hound ground.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's like a rapier almost.
Yeah.
But short.
Awesome.
So yeah, I picked that up. I had two. I've wanted one for a while, and he had 3 of them at the show, and I think by day 1 they were maybe all gone.
Yeah.
Maybe the last one sold on day 2. I don't know, but
That super slim little sheath is slick, man.
yeah. So I've got my Glock at about 4 o'clock, and this is up front, and I can access it with either hand, and it just rides. I've got it clipped right appendix, but it's like almost parallel to the belt with an ulti-clip.
Yeah.
Rides perfect. You can't see it, and it's just really cool.
Really nice.
So yeah, got that. I also picked up, I'm going to send you guys another link from TJ Shores. I picked up one of their Lost Trail, which is their bigger camp knife. It's got about a 5-inch blade, and it's A2. I've been wanting to get one of TJ's knives for a while. I like TJ, and I like what he's doing, and just, man, their attention to detail and fit and finish is absolutely amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and the price for this big 5-inch camp knife, it's crazy. It's like, I think mine was $250 or something
Yeah.
with some of the options, but
Wow.
it's a fantastic knife for that money. It's a fantastic knife, period.
TJ Schwartz.
Yep. TJ Schwartz.
Dig the handle treatment.
Schwartz knives.
And
What handle did I get?
No, I just said I dig the handle treatment,
Oh, yeah.
the way they're finishing it out, the grooving and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But what handle material did you get?
I went with the Rosedale Richlight. It's like a burgundy Richlight with the tungsten Cerakote.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that one right now.
It's pretty smoking hot.
Yeah.
So,
really
yeah.
Nice.
Highly recommend their stuff. Check them out. They're doing weekly drops, and you can buy stuff right off the website. So give them a shout.
Is TJ's the guy that does the podcast with Luke, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just saw that's A2, ain't it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, bonus. Hell yeah.
It's a nice sized big knife too. Like, feels great in the hand. Like, TJ's also, I hung out with TJ and his crew quite a bit. Super good guys. And TJ has tested these things like crazy. Like he was telling me for heat treat on A2, he had the place that's doing their heat treat come down in 50-degree increments. Like, he'd do a blade, temper it, or raise the temper, until he got like a whole range all the way from like Rockwell 65, I think is what he said, to all the way down below like to 58. And then he abused every single one of them and did testing to find out where he wanted to put the Rockwell, which is kind of above and beyond, which, if you know TJ, that's par for the course, right?
Yeah, that's cool. We've talked about that before, right? Guys are actually no kidding testing stuff to make sure that what they're doing is what they want it to be. You got to like that.
Yeah, props to them. The last knife I got, I wasn't planning on getting. Like I said, when I was walking around, talking to different makers, looking at their stuff, and part of it is I like to ask kind of what your story is, right? I'm like, well, what's your story? How'd you get started? What do you do? That kind of stuff.
Right.
And I met a couple, Mike Clark Jr., he's a journeyman smith, and he made a Puko that was just absolutely fantastic. It's got about a 5-inch blade. I think the handle is maybe some kind of like ammonia burl, maybe.
Yeah.
It's got a steel ferrule guard, and then it's San Mai, and just fantastic piece. The leather works great, and I made the mistake of asking what he was asking for it, and it came home with me.
Nice.
So I'll try to put a picture of this up when it goes out. I've got a picture of like all the stuff from the show. So
I don't think you sent us a picture of it. It's not in your haul picture, is it?
yeah. Hold on. I'll send you a picture.
I see the camp knife, and I see the shank, and I see the Swenson.
There, I just sent it. So
Man,
this is the
been
one
holding
I put
out.
up. Yeah, this is the one I put up on in my group.
Oh, in your group. Okay.
Yeah. I also
that is
picked up.
pretty.
Right, it's really pretty.
And that's the sheath for it, the little tooled sheath. That's pretty too, man.
Yeah, it's a little dangler sheath.
Super nice.
Yeah. For what he was asking, I was pretty blown away. He's on, if you want to find him, he's on Facebook, A&M Knives, or you can do Mike Clark on YouTube, Mike Clark Jr. Knives. I picked up two, I got to talk with Joseph Farrow quite a bit. I got 2 more aluminum bit drivers from him, the big torquey ones. He bought a grinder and he's starting to do some custom work. So we'll see. I invited him to the shop. We'll see if he comes and hangs out for a day or two.
Nice.
I got a little bag from Paladin 33, and Greg from G Carta stopped by, gave me a piece of material. And then one other shout out is going to be to the gentleman across from me, LHL Blades, I think. Yeah, I bought a little coffee scoop, hammered copper coffee scoop.
Yeah, I see that in the picture. That's real cool.
Yeah, they were really well done, and I like copper, so
Yeah.
So that's my haul.
Really nice.
Yeah, sweet haul.
Dude.
But that wasn't your only haul.
Oh,
It seems like there's something being left out, doesn't there, Mark?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Why don't you fill our listeners in on what that would be?
Very, very fortunate.
Don't toot
Tom,
your own horn. We'll do it for you, man.
Blade Show award-winning knife maker, crying.
First time ever, a blind hog buying an acorn every once in a while.
Dude, that blows my mind that this is the first award you've won. What the fuck?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
No, we live in a clown shoe of a world.
Well, I don't make fancy stuff really. You know, most of the body of my work has been working knives. So,
You're just validating my fucking statement, dude.
Yeah.
well, so yeah, very fortunate. I was able to win an award at this show for Machine Assist Custom Knife. Unexpected, but very thankful.
Good for you, man. We're happy for you.
Yeah, it's a good looking knife.
Absolutely. You've been super low key about this whole thing. And while I always admire your humility, this is worth tooting your horn about a little bit, I think. So good for you, man.
Yeah, they changed the rules a little bit, and so that may have weeded out some of the other people. So yeah.
No, don't sell yourself short. You went in there and you crushed motherfuckers.
It was fun, and thank you to everyone. So yeah, I had a speech prepared, and they were like, "No speeches." I'm like, "All right, whatever, damn it." Just kidding.
Sean and I were listening from far away to be thanked. We didn't get to hear it because you had no speech. It's a shame. Well, good for you, man. Super, super happy for you. So do you have your award prominently displayed somewhere?
It's on the countertop or on the coffee table. And like when I come home and it's not on, I'm like, what's up? It's got a light inside. I'm like, can't you turn it on when it starts getting? No, yeah.
That's awesome.
Pretty funny.
Trey, didn't we talk about this?
She's like, really? We got to have this out.
Don't you remember that when you hear the garage door, you need to flick this thing on so it's glowing when I come in the door?
Pull it out of the cupboard. Just to make me feel good for a little while, you know.
Take it out of the trash bag. Put it back out real quick before he gets here. Super happy for you, man.
Yeah. So anyways.
You were judging award stuff too, right? You've done that a bunch at other shows, but...
Yeah, and I feel very fortunate on that. You know, I don't know. It's very humiliating or humbling, I think is the word probably, to be asked to do something like that. You know, I appreciate it. And I've been doing some judging at the other shows, and
just for the record, humiliating is the wrong word. Don't ever use that word for this again.
Humbling. Yeah.
Humbling. There you go.
I changed it. Yeah.
Humiliating made you feel bad.
Yeah, no, I caught it. I was like, that's not the word I'm looking for. But it is. It's, you know, I'm very grateful for being able to be a part of this community. I love it, and I want to do everything I can to make it a better place. So,
yeah. What stuff did you judge?
So I did the production knives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was fantastic. I really enjoy that. It's kind of funny story. One of the people I judged with was Jeff from Cutlery Shop, and I bought knives from him before I was a knife maker. Like back in 91, I was buying stuff from him. I still have.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ironically.
All of us.
You know, I don't know if you remember it, Sean, but you could get the Gerber Burden Trout for like, you could buy 10 of them for $120 or something. I did that.
Dude, I remember they had their own version of the Mark II, the Gerber Mark II.
Yep.
That was super nice. It had that like gray textured handle.
Yeah. I bought a SOG Tomcat, and that's what I carried when I went to Thailand for a while.
Yeah. They had a bunch of exclusive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I bought I don't even know how many Spyderco from them. They always had some special run Spyderco stuff.
Yeah. Super solid dude. If you need, check them out. If you're looking for stuff, Cutlery Shop. I think they're out of Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm going to give a shout out to another store in Boise, Idaho, Northwest Knives. So they are out of Meridian. Very cool people, and I guess they've got a brick and mortar store, and it's talking to TJ, it sounds like it's a pretty cool place. So
nice.
Got to talk with them a little bit. Super nice people.
Very cool.
Something exciting that I found. Actually, someone came by, and I can't remember who, but someone came by the table and they're like, "Hey, we know you like zombie tools, and we know you like guitars. You should go look at the Zombie Tool booth." Zombie Tools is making a guitar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool. So it's called the Bad Rabbit. I would have bought the one they had. They also, here's another cool one. When I walked up, they're like, "Oh, hey, you like the Spit?" Because apparently they listened to the podcast too, which thanks, guys. But they remembered that I liked the Spit from when we talked about it like 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, "We brought it back."
Nice.
So I would have picked these up, but I'm flying. I ordered a Bad Rabbit.
Awesome.
Dude, that's a solid price.
Heck yeah.
I mean, their prices are always good, but for just that amount of steel that would go into that fucking thing.
Dude, look at the second picture where he's holding it. It's about a 10-inch cutting edge. That felt really
that
cool.
motherfucker ain't small. And guess what? It ain't. It's not narrow either.
No,
it's a chunk.
That's a big old blank.
Yeah.
Almost 21 by 11. Or no, 21 long. How wide? It's pretty wide.
4 inches.
Yeah, I would say at least the width of your fist plus the guards on either side.
Yeah.
Gee
it's
whiz.
super cool, dude. It's got aluminum slabs on the back part to make it, wider, and then it's got their leather wrap and stuff. Dude, it feels like when you're holding it, you know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Definitely would work. I had to order one, so I would recommend everybody do that.
Yeah.
Or just check out their site. They've got a lot of cool stuff. And to be honest with you, those dudes have always been super cool to me.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about this show, it's a little smaller, right? So I had plenty of time to chat, and I talked with them for quite a while. We started talking books, and we actually traded phone numbers and like sent some book recommendations and stuff. So
Nice.
that's kind of cool.
The one that you talked about before, yeah, I remember looking at these pictures, the Spit. So this is like they say it's a two-handed grip, but it's almost more like, it's like a
It's about
half
2.5.
spear, half sword kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of handle there,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know. I want one bad. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a versatile weapon.
Heck yeah.
It feels like it would be a really good, like, pig spear, close quarters type weapon type. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, I mean, they got so much cool stuff. I'd love to have a couple swords, and then their kukri is really
They're
pretty
real
fantastic.
cool.
They've got a knuckled kukri, which is even kind of cooler. Lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So
And I think maybe the Diffos is my favorite they do.
it's like the Romanish, early Roman sword, right?
Well, it's a kind of wasp-waisted sword.
Yeah.
Almost like one of the Celtic leaf style.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
it's a pretty mean piece.
Why am I not seeing that on there? Oh no, I see it. Yeah. With the heavy forend, like out on the end of the blade gets wider.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do cool work. So yeah, that's another company that I would recommend checking out.
Yeah, that thing's for like swinging,
Yeah.
right? With that extra weight out on the end.
So
Super fun.
So before we go down like some of these makers that really stood out to me, I kind of wanted to give an overview of my thought of the show, right?
Yeah. How was the traffic? What was the show
And
like?
also, what is and this is just my take. Also, what is the value of a show, right? In the past, we kind of would value a show based on sales, right? And I think that has to change a little bit. It's still important, and it still feels good, but like at this show, I feel like it's a smaller show, so there's less traffic, and so there's more competition for that traffic. So this show, I think, is probably the smallest blade show other than the CanCon in South Carolina, and it felt like the traffic was smaller too. So it's also a newer show. So I think this show has a lot of potential. I don't think it's 100% where it can be or should be yet. But even if you're not doing sales, I think there's value at shows. And part of the reason I think the value has to change, right, is because there's so many shows now, right? So it used to be there was only 4 or 5 shows max all year. And so the traffic at each show was markedly higher. Now there's a show like every month, every other week, it seems like, somewhere. And so that the money customers have is diluted, right? And they're also can't go to all the shows. But I think it's still valuable to go to shows for a couple other reasons. One is always marketing, and that's, getting your name out there and trying to bring people and bring neat new stuff to shows and get in front of people. I think there's value there. I think there's also value in being able to talk with other makers and network. I think there's a lot of value there, actually. And then the other one is just like a creative inspiration and like almost like a spiritual renewal type thing, being in a place like this with other makers and similar minded people, right? So I know there wasn't a crazy amount of traffic. There's decent traffic. And I think you also have to go into shows differently now. And that's also something that we may or may not like. Like, you need to try to be bringing your own customers to show. If you're not, you're dependent on the venue bringing customers and finding you, and it's like you're competing for those customers with everyone else. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I think shows are changing a little bit, as far as like we used to go to make money and make our living, but now I think with social media and other things, you really have to hustle and try to bring some of your own customers, but you also, it can't base a show's success on sales anymore, it seems like. And I think that's just where we're at right now with the economy and the number of shows that are out there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that was always the case to a certain extent. I mean, part of going to a show was always planting those seeds for later down the road was part of it.
100%.
But even more so now. I'm not arguing what you're saying. I'm just giving an addendum, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're not using social media and you're not using guerrilla marketing techniques, check that kind of stuff out. I mean, it's really where we're at right now, and guerrilla marketing is a fantastic way to market. There's a whole series of books that I highly recommend on guerrilla marketing. Read all of them back in the day.
Yeah, it's an interesting twist, right? We've talked on our podcast a lot about encouraging people to get out to shows and, experience like it's different when it's when you're there, right? The actual experience itself is of value, and I think what you just talked about, Tom, is a really interesting consideration, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot of makers that I think are looking at it like, I don't need to do shows. Yeah, maybe you don't, but even if
I think everyone needs to do shows,
even if it's just a market-facing thing where it isn't about selling knives, it's about showing your face and meeting some folks and making some contacts.
Even if you don't have a table.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I mean, I really feel like makers, it's easy to start living in your own echo chamber, right? You need to get out and see what other people are doing, get that creative inspiration going. And there's no value that can be put on this networking. Go out there and make some friends, I mean, and it takes, be a friend, right? It takes you got to be a friend to make a friend, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I would highly recommend people try this show. I know some people's way of thinking is you got to make the sales, and yeah, it may be where it's not feasible to do all the shows, and that makes sense too. Like you gotta use what's good for you. But I feel this is a good West Coast show, and it's a little different kind of show. It felt like a good mix when I was walking through the show. I do think, and I'm going to make this suggestion to the Blade Show people, I do think that one of the big things missing from Blade Texas and Blade West is there's no pit.
Yeah.
There's no place where everybody gets together at these shows at the end, At Blade Show, it's the pit. Everybody knows you go eat, you come back, you hang out at the pit, and that's when you can really talk to people and have time and network. I would really recommend to the Blade Show people, in order to help make these shows a success, figure out a way to get a place that would be like a pit with it needs a bar or food trucks or something, and and a hotel or a venue that would be acceptable for having quite a few people there. You know, it seems like you'd have a captive audience to sell them stuff. So you think it would be a good thing. But I think that's, me personally, in my opinion, that is the one thing Blade West and Blade Texas do not have that is detrimental.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I think that feels like really good feedback. It's certainly the social hub of Blade Atlanta, right?
Well, I mean, during the show, you want your makers at the table. So when do they get to network and talk shop and hang out and see their friends? It's just, I think it would behoove Blade management to figure out that. Once again, it's free advice. It's what it's worth.
There you go.
But so yeah, I want to give a couple makers shout outs that I was walking around and a couple things that I saw. But then we can go over some of the other awards or call it good and call it a night.
Sounds good, man.
KK Custom Knife and Tool. Let me I'll try to send you guys links to everything.
I feel to follow Tom's advice, and I'm just staring at this freaking kukri. Son of a biscuit.
Color me not surprised on that one.
No.
It handles really well. So this is a pretty cool company and a pretty neat story, honestly. These people reached out to me and said they wanted to meet. Actually came by the table too, and I ended up going over and checking out their stuff. A really interesting story. He's got an engineering background, doing innovative stuff. So if you look at that link and scroll down that top left picture on Instagram, he does a folding cleaver, and it's not designed to be pocket carried, right? It's like throw it in your picnic basket or your backpack or whatever. It does have like a little holster sheath thing that is really well done, but he's using a CNC router to like put some of these handles together, and like that blade locks open and closed. He designed a mechanism. It has a floating stop pin, detent lock, so 3/4 of a turn locks the blade closed or open. Really cool piece. Really well done, really well thought out, and relatively inexpensive for what it was, I felt. And then he does like a little Kiridashi belt knife, and he's doing just really cool stuff with his handles. Really nice fit and finish, and yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out.
Interesting use of bamboo there.
What's that?
It said interesting use of bamboo there.
Right? His stuff is really good. Like, it's really clean and well thought out and well done. So yeah, check it out. KK Custom. So yeah, instead of a C, it's KK Custom.
So this, I'm trying to make sure I understand what I'm looking at. So folding cleaver, there's a picture of it like halfway deployed.
Yeah, that's just halfway open.
Okay. But
so you can see it.
So it's got a detent and the open position, and then you tighten the little pivot knob.
So it's actually got like 3 detents in the open position. And yeah, when you twist that handle 3/4 of a turn, it locks it open or closed. So you can carry it safely.
Okay. Got it.
And it's a really thin blade. It's not a cleaver. It's like a vegetable knife.
Yeah.
It's really thin, like maybe under 100 thousandths, 80 thousandths, I don't know. So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool work. Super nice people. Highly recommend checking them out.
So their website is kkustom.com.
Right. Then I had a badge for Ben, and I overheard another custom maker needing a badge, so I gave a badge to him, and then ended up talking to him later. And pretty interesting story. He used to be a chef, and then he has done sharpening stuff, but his name is Corey Dunlop. Let me see if I can pull up. It's CoreyDunlop.com. But he does, his specialty is chef knives, and they were really nice. I would definitely recommend his work. Sending you email right now. Super nice people and really clean work. So I would recommend that. You check out his work. And if you're in Arizona and need some knife sharpening, he does that too. So,
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I think, did I see a picture of you with this guy? No, maybe it was somebody else.
Yeah. Another
Awesome.
bald dude. But yeah, his prices for his chef knives are really good too.
Oh, geez, no kidding.
Yeah, for real.
Like really reasonable. And I was impressed with them. So yeah, check them out. I saw a new grinder that I thought was pretty cool. It is Contender Machine Works. So they're out of Nebraska. And what kind of sucked me into their little booth was all the different cool attachments they have. So they have like misters and coolant flood and all sorts of different stuff. And their machine, a lot of it's aluminum, so that if you are running coolant, it's not going to look like you're going to get tetanus, right? But they do all sorts of different knife making tools. Their grinder, it looks like a pretty solid grinder. A lot of like fixturing and stuff that I thought was pretty cool. So I may have to look into seeing if we have space for another grinder.
Oh, boy.
That's what we need, right? Did that link come through?
It's not like you don't need it.
Right.
All right, I think I've seen that chassis somewhere.
Well,
I think I've seen this grinder before, because that's a fairly distinctive looking chassis they're using.
It's a pretty solid looking grinder. The only thing that I'm hesitant about, which is most grinders, the tracking is on the left. I figure out a way to put it on the right. I like it on the right, but apparently I'm in the minority.
Interesting.
Another, so there was a lot of kitchen knives at this show, right? And MD Edgeworks was another one that I really thought was pretty crazy value. Kitchen knives looked really good. And that's the thing. There were so many. There was a couple cards that I picked up and I could not find, so I couldn't remember who it was. But so many good pieces at this show. If you were walking around, there was so much good stuff.
Nice.
So I met a gentleman. His name is Trevor Morgan. He's a journeyman smith. He won one of the custom awards for Best Damascus. He did a kitchen knife that was phenomenal. So I'm going to send you a link to that. But also, he had a whole table of phenomenal Damascus, and he is, dude, it's pretty amazing. He had 2 Bowies on the table, and he said it takes him a month to build a Bowie. He says they also sell slow, so he doesn't make that many, but
yeah,
they're like $5,000 to $6,000, and they were crazy amazing.
Oh, yes. Like
Apple Valley Forge is his Instagram. But yeah, look at the feather pattern on that kitchen knife. Like, it actually looks like a feather.
Right. I was going to say it's like a super realistic looking feather.
Yeah. The Damascus on his Bowies was amazing. Every single knife on his table was fantastic. So check out his work, Apple Valley Forge.
Apple Valley Forge.
Which, Mark, on the link Tom just sent, if you scroll down just a little bit, I'm seeing what looks like a Mark Steiner special. One knife below, the best custom fixed blade by Christopher Moss.
Yeah.
So I got to meet him and talk to him also. Man, he had some really cool pieces, and that piece is thick, but it balanced amazing. Like a couple inches in front of the guard.
it's an integral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Okay.
piece.
Yeah, that's stunning, man.
Beautiful piece.
Yeah, I was staring at that thing when you were when you were talking, Sean. I'm like, is Sean inside my fucking head right now?
Not just right now,
He
buddy.
knows exactly what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and we can give a quick shout out. James Rodabaugh was at the show. He won best hunting and best overall.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic piece, and I would highly recommend checking out just one of his mono steel blades. They're fantastic value, and the work he puts into them, the geometry is about as good as you're going to get ever. His mono steel fixed blade hunting knives are some of my favorite.
Yeah.
But this piece is really nice.
Super nice. Some great examples in here. Javi Garcia folder is
I was
gorgeous.
going to say best custom folder went to Javi Garcia.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful piece. The kitchen knife was kind of crazy, right? So this is right up my alley as far as like a paring knife.
Yeah.
Won the best custom kitchen knife, which is at this show is kind of crazy, right? Because
It is crazy.
there were some crazy good kitchen knives, but this is just a super simple little knife by Kelly Frazier. I think he's out of Montana. And I want to say his entire shop is off grid, which is kind of wild.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I think his daughter is also doing all the photography for blades.
I wonder when I saw the photo credit in the corner, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yep, I'm pretty sure his daughter is doing this.
Oh, that's cool.
Which during the judging, we interacted with her a little bit, and just a fantastic person also. So
Yeah. Nice.
Bill Rupel won best custom slip joint with a fantastic 5-blade whittler. It's like, really, dude?
Yeah.
A little bit of a flex there. And then best of the rest was also Kelly Frazier. So,
Nice.
which is a cool little, almost like an OSS dagger, but fancy.
Yeah.
Like some sweet Damascus, and I don't know what that handle is. Something with some kind of wood with a inlay that's scrimmed. So
I guess so. Huh.
So yeah, what a fun show. I highly recommend if you're starting to plan out your show schedule next year. If you're a maker, let's blow this up. Let's make it awesome. And if you're a customer, put it on your list. This is one you won't want to miss.
You know, I just pulled up the Instagram for Christopher Moss.
It's wild, right?
Sean's like, oh, you don't say.
This is my surprised face.
So that, if I understand the photos correctly leading up to it, that what looks like a super thick integral handle is actually skeletonized underneath, like machined out after it's forged. And then those handles are like inset into the pockets. Do you see the picture I'm talking about? Oh, you know, you don't, because you don't have his Instagram. His Instagram is knifemaker_87. Christopher. You got to get on the Tom Crine marketing program. That's pretty cool. I mean, like, clever kind of cool. He's got a couple of them.
Dang.
See what I'm talking about, Sean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's real neat, man.
No doubt.
Big old forged blank, machine out the pockets, and then I guess inset the handles into it. That's super cool.
Hell yeah.
Almost like interframe style. Is that the right word? That's what I think they call it on traditional knives. Very slick.
It's definitely worth a follow. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's got some pretty keyhole stuff in there too. That's real nice.
Yeah, I was just looking
So-
at those brass keyhole dudes.
Yeah.
So he designed the keyhole for Dauntless. Do you remember the Dauntless manufacturing keyhole?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that he was at the Dauntless booth, so I talked to him there for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, he does some of the design work. Like if you look at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like down on the 4th row, you can see some of the Dauntless stuff that he's designed.
Yeah.
And there's like a custom mammoth little hunter.
Yep.
At the bottom of about 5 pictures.
Yeah.
Or 5 knives. That's a Dauntless. So that design, I think Dauntless is also doing.
Right.
So yeah, super nice guy. And his work was just spot on.
Yeah. Man, 18 weeks ago, he put up a picture of his Journeyman set.
Yeah.
That's wild. Journeyman set's really nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Beautiful
cool. Very cool. Well, Christopher, we just gave you a follow. That's awesome. I love those pocketed integral. That's really, really neat.
Yeah, that's neat as all get out. That's
Yeah.
one of the coolest things I've seen in at least a couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Tom, thanks for sharing some goodies and walking us through the custom awards. That's there's some really nice stuff in there, including Tom Crine, a Blade Show award-winning knife maker. I'm going to work that into your ad copy from now on.
Great.
I'm going to go on your computer secretly, and anytime you type Tom Crine, it's going to auto-correct to include that whole spiel.
Not if I have my way.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
What a fun show.
Sean's feeding the AI all that.
Actually, I've been doing it more because Kyle Daly hit me up and he's like, hey, man, I've got a carbide-faced hammer that the handle's off on and I don't feel right selling it. Can I send it to you?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, dude, you ain't got to, but yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'm not above a freebie.
Right.
He goes, yeah, it's good to have Tom Crine as a friend. Just let him know I said that. So
Nice.
now you know. And also, I'm using that to fuel even more of my campaign against you.
Great.
Wow.
Those hammers
So
are
don't think
fantastic.
he did you any
though.
favors.
Yeah.
Wow.
It actually kind of felt like a bribe, and I think you might have put him up to it.
I didn't, but
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
what somebody
Kyle.
who did would say.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay. I was talking to somebody about this, and I said, you know why I give Tom a hard time? And they said, because it's funny. And I said, no, it's because I'm jealous of him. And that's the only way I can get back at him.
oh, come on.
Because, dude, my respect for you as a maker is limitless. And I wish I could grind like you. There's so much stuff you do that I wish I could do like you. So just know when I give you a hard time, it's from a place of love.
There you go.
I knew that, but thank you.
Dude, I'm to the point in my life where I don't like to let things go unsaid.
Well,
That's smart.
thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of getting there myself, which is, as you get older, it's kind of crazy the things you think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of the stuff Tom doesn't leave unsaid, we have to edit out of the show. But that's a whole other kind of conversation.
Come on. Hello. And Sean, anytime you want to come down to the shop, you're welcome.
Oh, dude, it'll happen. It'll happen. Trust me.
Awesome.
I wouldn't
But
mind
yeah.
the drive to Arkansas, actually. I've never drove through that part of America. And I kind of like seeing America through my windshield.
I mean, it's not that far. You're like 2 states away, man.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'd be what, about an 8.5 hour drive?
A little bit more, maybe. Because I'm all the way on the west side of Arkansas.
Yeah.
So you'll have to drop all the way through what is it, Indiana? What's over there?
Yeah.
I think. Like, I don't know how far into Ohio you are, but
You gotta
not
be-
very.
You got to make a funky, curvy, diagonal route kind of deal to get
yeah,
over there.
then through St. Louis and come down. I'm about 6 hours from St. Louis.
Almost 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'd break that up into 2 days, though.
There you go. Stop, get you some St. Louis style pizza on the way.
There you go.
Yeah. Because I ain't flying, dude. But I'm not going to get off on that.
No. I'm actually, here's
Too late.
something I'm considering. I'm doing a show next month in South Carolina, and I'm considering driving so I can make a stop at Culpeper Mother of Pearl.
Oh, boy.
Mm.
Do a little stag action, stag run.
Stag run. Tom's going to show up with like a rider truck.
No, I can't afford that, man. I can barely afford like a little brown bag at Blade Show, you know. But I mean, it would get me there without a plane ticket and having to fly. And I could get stag, which is, I like to edit in person, or, you know, or not edit, but, you know, pick through in person.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You might break into the secret vault at Culpeper and you might not be able to help yourself.
Yeah, I could owe my soul or something.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's what I'm considering. So you should come to that show, Sean. That's going to be fun.
When is it?
It's in November, like the second weekend.
That's the CanCon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Ben's not going on that one, I don't think either. So I'm going to be by myself there, but that's all right.
Ben,
Well,
what are you doing to the old guy?
He's like, I don't know. He's like, you just want to go shoot. I'm like, exactly. I mean,
Hello.
I'm not denying that.
Hello.
But he's like, I'll just stay home. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Ben and his old, I have a life now. Nonsense.
I know, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, once again, it's a fun small show, and you get extra networking and contact with the makers that are there, which is kind of cool. And you get to shoot stuff.
Yeah, and a little boom boom on top.
Suppressed and full auto stuff. It's always good. That's never bad.
That's
Mm.
most often a good time.
Yep. Super cool.
All right. Well, thanks for talking us through your big adventure, Tom. And
Yeah.
congratulations again on your fabulous, well-deserved award.
Thank you.
And big thanks to our friends on Patreon and on Giant Mouse and at Arizona Custom Knives. We appreciate all your support. Thanks for joining us, Sean, sitting in and doing the chitty chat with us.
Oh, no. Always fun.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I think that's it, fellas. We'll talk to everybody next time.
Thanks for listening, folks. Appreciate y'all.
Later, guys.
To learn more about our makers, you can find Tom Crine in his Facebook group Crine Knives or on Instagram at Crine Knives. For Michael Birch, check birchtreeblades.com, Facebook group Birch Tree Blade Works, or Michael's Instagram at birchtreeblades. For my own projects, I'm on the web at raygundivision.com or check my personal Instagram at msteiner. For those interested in photos, references from the show, or discussion about the show itself, you can always find us on the web at markofthemaker.com, in a Facebook group called Mark of the Maker, or on our Instagram at Mark of the Maker. Last but not least, credit for the ultra cool and haunting background music we use for the show. This is a piece called Noir Guitar by Stevie's Amp Shack, found at the Free Music Archive and licensed under Creative Commons CC BY 4.0. And as always, thanks for listening.